Here I give you another episode of compilation of videos of everything. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Carry on.
Hey, am I tripping, bro? Or does TikTok have some type of magical finger situation going on? I swear it's only on the videos that I'm actually interested in too. I won't be touching my phone at all, bro, and it just swipes all by itself. What the hell is that? You know, I'm starting to think that they can't hit certain people with community guidelines violations because they're not violating any fucking guidelines. So what they're doing is just putting out this magical finger on people's phones that just automatically swipes up on all the interesting videos that they wish they could hit with guideline violations. Tell me I'm not the only one that is noticing this, bro.
You know, that happens to me. I could be looking at my screen and it just either disappears or it just moves up. Or I can be on my laptop and it'll scroll on its own like if somebody else is doing it behind the scenes. Weird, huh? If they don't want you looking at that, they'll scroll it and make you look at something you don't want to look at. Or maybe you do, but you know, I've had that happen to me lots of times. But here on this next clip, these people are going beyond ridiculous and stupid on the clothing that they sell for children. Way overboard. This is very questionable.
Okay, all at the same time, let's take a look at Old Navy's new summertime clothing launch for children. Let me repeat that. This is for children. Children. Okay? Do you see the amount of length from the butt crack to the bottom of where the thigh part is? Let's have another view of a different color. This is the front view. Do you see that? Old Navy, you should be ashamed of yourself. You guys should be sued. And I want to be clear, any parent that buys those shorts for their children need to be investigated by CPS. I am absolutely disgusted that this came across my For You page. You're going to sit here and tell me that the corporate office of Old Navy sat in a boardroom and decided that this would be a good idea because you know how many rounds of approvals this needs to... I don't have words. I'm physically nauseated. And if I see somebody in public with their children walking around in those shorts, I'm saying something.
You know, if you ever see kids walking around dressed like that, you're going to have to question the parents of why they allow that. What kind of people are they to have their kids dressed like that in public where they can be desired by you know what? Then they wonder why their kids disappear. Anyway, on this next clip, when it comes to couples, when they argue, when one of them will always come forward and start a conversation, it is used in a way where to break the silence, to show empathy, compassion, and love. Take a listen to.
Bids for love.
Yeah.
So couples will be in it. They'll be fighting, and one of them usually will throw a bid for love. And the couples that stay together and have thriving relationships are the ones who take that bid, no matter what it is, and build on it. So an example would be my father and I hadn't spoken for years. And then one day he called me and he said, "Hey, how about them Lakers?" In my conscious mind, I'm like, bro, we ain't talked for years and you gonna ask me about the Lakers? But the truth was that was my dad's way of saying I'm sorry. That was a bid for love. So you know what I did? I said, man, Kobe is beasting right now. You been watching it? He was like, yeah, I think he needs a new center though. And we're talking about basketball, but what we're really talking about is, son, I miss you. Daddy, I miss you. That. Couples. That.
Yep. That is good advice right there. Sometimes couples just don't know how to step forward and say what should be said. Instead, they start with a different conversation. And that's when the other partner should read between the lines. I'm like, oh, I see. Apology or whatever that's not being said, but is actually being said in a different way. So I think that's a good tactic. But in this next clip, she's talking about release those parasites. Yeah.
What happens when Humpty Dumpty falls off the wall? What happens when an egg falls and hits the ground? Its shell breaks and its inner parts leak out. The languages were split, the land was split. She fell in frequency. And now everything outside of her is an outward projection of what was within. So don't get mad when white people act like they can't respect us, the Native Americans act like they from here, when everything that's not natural to this planet can't observe and take in the knowledge that we are the gods of this planet and that they would not exist if we weren't here. Don't be mad at them. They're just an outward expression of something going on within you. The parasites that are now within. Release them. This is why they're all facing extinction. I ain't got time to sit up and argue with your silly ass.
Yeah. Don't be mad at them. But anyways, on this next clip, it's about the more your account grows, the more you tell the truth, the more you get fucked and they remove your account.
Alright, listen close, they're trying to silence me now. So before this goes missing, I need you somehow. Hit like, drop a comment, and share this around. Watch till the end, so the truth can be found. Because voices get buried when they start to grow. When questions get asked that they don't want you to know. When patterns get spotted, when dots get aligned. That's when they step in and start shaping your mind. They flood you with noise so that you never sit still. They program the masses and bend human will. They tell you what's real, they tell you what's fake, whilst feeding you narratives crafted to take. And most won't even notice, they just scroll on right by. Too lost in the distraction, to question the why. Too caught in the system, too deep in the stream, not realizing life isn't quite what it seems. But some of you feel it. I know that you do. That something's not right in this world that we view. That truth isn't trending, it's hidden away, whilst lies get repeated and pushed every day. And maybe that's why they keep pressing delete, keep lowering my reach and keep cutting my feed. Because truth doesn't shout, it doesn't need to pretend. It quietly waits for the mind to transcend. So if you can hear this, you're part of the few, the ones who still question.
Whew, he was dropping truth there, huh? In this next clip, it's about the game plan the rulers of this construct plays. It's deep. Take a listen to.
We don't need NATO. We don't need soldiers. Nobody is attacking anyone. These people, Schmerz, and all these warmongers are playing a game. This is a game. It's a strategy. It's a world economic plan. They are playing this game. Iran, the Straits of Hormuz. This is all a game for the petrodollar, to keep the dollar going. And eventually to control us all. Control us all. It's a plan for the new, not just the new world order, for a digital currency and for a reset. And the central bank and Christine Lagarde knows about this too. And we don't need NATO. And we don't need a German NATO, because that's what Merz wants to do. It's all about their portfolios. It's all about their bank accounts. All of them. Ursula, Kallas, they're all criminals at the end of the day. We know, we have the evidence of what they do behind our backs. They're not, Ursula and Kallas are not even elected. They're not even elected. They're put in there by their contacts, by their private member club. There's no credibility here. There's no morality here. At the end of this. This is a sin against every single citizen in Germany and in Europe. I'm included. This is an outrage. I'm outraged every day here. And I'm outraged in America too. Yeah, it's okay. I don't want to, that's not, because I don't know in terms of what's going to happen with Germany. But Schmerz and all his cronies are in this private member club to make chaos and to destroy the 99% in whatever way they can. I don't know why. Is it population control? Is it that they hate us? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is at the end of the day. But at the end of it, they want to have their trees and their land and they want to make everything into an asset. Everything is going to be an asset. And we are only going to be allowed our VR machines to fantasize countryside, calm, beauty. They don't want us to have anything anymore. That's what it comes down to. They, the elite, the deep state, the Klaus Schwabs, the Merzes, the Starmas, they look at the 99%, these workers, these people who work every day of their life, who need a living wage. They look at us as dirty, as the great unwashed, and they don't want us to have anything at this point. Before, in my mother's time, she came to America in the 50s. She wanted to live. She wanted a good life for her children. That's what everybody wants. Isn't that what every single human being, mother, father, wants for their children? To have a better life than them? Not to be a billionaire, but to have a better life. And they don't want us to have a better life. If they wanted us to have a better life, they would not do AI and this technocratic technocracy where people are not able to get a job. You're going to have interviews with AI. What are you going to do with all these people? People are losing their jobs in Germany right now to AI. What are you going to do with them? That's my question. And this is a plan, and I'm against it. I want people to go back to a simple time, not war, not this insanity of what these people are doing. These private member cliques of money and wealth and oligarchy and trillions.
Wow. I told you it was deep. That is so deep. But now you know what they've been doing to humanity. What they've been doing forever. But on this next clip, seems like they're dropping words off of the dictionary in some sort, figuratively speaking.
If this is true, this is super alarming.
Over 11,000 English nouns dropped in usage by more than 80%. Between October 2023 and February 2024, the theory is whatever powers that be and AI, they are purposely making words disappear. It's functional vocabulary. And so some of the examples that they gave were terms connected to boundary setting, identity, and memory recall. And once a word falls below 2% of network visibility, it triggers the vanishing word protocol. Reclassify it, downrank it, replace it, not delete it, just less shown, less spoken, until one day you reach for a word like integrity and it's no longer in your mouth or your feet or in your memory.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, but what I found interesting was in the book 1984 by George Orwell, explored the concept of eliminating words through the invention of newspeak, the official language of the totalitarian regime. Orwell's big idea was by eliminating words, you eliminate concepts. No words for freedom, then freedom itself becomes a foreign, even unthinkable idea.
Oh my gosh, that's what I've been saying. The ability to be literate and articulate yourself opens the door for anything. You can do anything or be anyone.
Yeah.
Words are everything.
Yeah.
This is so scary.
What makes this particularly interesting is I had a little conversation with ChatGPT and I got it to admit that this is actually part of its programming, is to eliminate these words from.
So what do you think? Are we going to forget? I mean, there are times we have that brain fog suddenly, like they're taking our thoughts and we're forgetting the words. It happens to me several times. I have it on the tip of my tongue and then boom, it's gone. And then I can't remember it. It's happening. But on this next clip, it's talking about we have won. You think? I do.
People said this to me many times, asked me many times, do you think we're going to win this? I'm like, absolutely, 100%. Really? Seriously? I'm like 1,000%. How do you know? I say the same thing. I can't give you any answers how I know, but I'm telling you as true as I'm sitting here, this time we win. We are taking the planet back from this cabal machine. End of story. That's it. That's what's going to happen. Where does that come from? I would say a higher connection, higher source than me, but it's just in my DNA. It's in my consciousness. I wouldn't be doing all this. I wouldn't be putting myself out there like this. We're trying to inspire people to stop giving these criminals and politicians all this respect. They don't deserve any of it. They have been at the watch for generations, and we're here because of what? You, me, the folks out there. I didn't do this. None of us did it. We don't control public policy. We don't control it. They do, right? And I just thought, I'm going to teach people there are two parties in this country. It's not Democrat, Republican. It's them against us. It's them against we the people. And I don't care if it's the federal level or the local level. The political class has been at war with the people forever. You don't believe me? Try to get a window changed in your own house and see what you got to deal with at a local building department to get a permit to change a window in your own house. It's the culture is become this in this country, everywhere at the bottom. And I just flat out refuse to accept it.
Well, as long as you keep doing your inner work and you keep raising your frequency, energy, and vibration, stay disciplined, stay on your path, stay focused, disconnect from the system as much as possible, I think we got it. We got it. I mean, I see it. A lot of people don't. They have their own perspective about it, but as for me, I'm the light, so I see it. But anyways, on this next clip is about prayer doesn't work. It doesn't work at all because the entity you're praying to is never going to do anything. It's not going to save you. It's not going to change you. It's not going to do nothing. That responsibility is on you. The entity of this world doesn't care about you. Take a listen to.
I'm going to tell you the exact reason why. Because every single time I pray for a school shooting to not happen, it happens anyway. Cuba has been suffering for a very long time. I'm just now speaking on it. I've been new about this shit. I prayed for Cuba to get better, and it got worse. I prayed for the war in Gaza to fucking end. Gaza is about damn near dead. Not even damn near. It is dead. I pray for America to get better, and every single day I wake up and this bitch gets worse. The only time I think that my prayers are working is if it has to do with personally me. Because God has helped me through a whole bunch of shit. And that could be because of the fact that I'm not an evil ass motherfucker that's been doing evil ass fucking shit over the shit that I've been praying over. But as far as everything else that's going on around me, what am I praying for? What has thoughts and prayers done? Oh, I'm guessing you wasn't ready for that type of answer coming from me, huh? Yeah, alright.
Yeah. A lot of points right there. But on this next clip, talking about black mirrors. You look into them every day. Yeah. Listen.
It's 2026. We should all know that TVs, cell phones, and laptops are black mirrors. Not just black mirrors, but portals. Yes, when you use your technology uses you. You can get some tape and put it over your camera. That's not the mirror. The screen is the mirror. So right now we are dealing with UFOs, orbs, interdimensional being, all kind of technology that seem more real than real life. This shit seemed like a Black Mirror episode. How many people seen Black Mirror? I did. I seen every season, every episode, and it's kind of scary. It seemed like that TV show predicted the future. Or did they? Or maybe they are using technology we forgot about. When you use your cell phones, your laptops, your TVs, you are dealing with interdimensional beings. It's like a three-way mirror. You see them, they see you, but they see your potential. But let me tell you what the real Black Mirror is all about. This is the reason why media keep giving us these bullshit stories. Fear, 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 fear. Hate, 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 hate. No food, gas prices high, can't pay your rent. And they put this shit on the news. So we all sit back and watch like this. That's because we don't realize the Black Mirror is really the eye. So these people that control this world, they know how to talk to interdimensional beings using a Black Mirror. But they don't want to tell you this. When you close your eyes, what do you see? Darkness. That darkness is the Black Mirror. It's called a deep meditation. We make things manifest through our eyes. Or I should say, when we go back in darkness. When you go to sleep, you are traveling in so many different realities. This is how the elites hijack your spiritual world. They give us so many downloads that's not really good for us. But when we go to sleep, those downloads are playing in our subconscious mind. So many people ask this question right here. Why is life so hard? Why it seem like we have no angelic help? That's because we don't understand how the Black Mirror work. Every time you go to sleep, you can actually contact angelic beings, angelic warriors, ancestors. We can get all kind of protection. But when we go to sleep, all we see is the nonsense the media give us. They hijack our Black Mirror.
In a nutshell, we see them, and we're going to see them, literally. But they see us in more ways than anything in the world. You people have no idea. I suggest you research, dig deep, go into those rabbit holes and start finding out. Time is running out. It's a ticking. And this next video is Sasha's son. And it's about all these laws and codes and coordinates and everything. A lot of that shit is not even needed, to tell you the truth. It's nothing but control. It's all for control.
Have you ever considered how insane it is that we have 10 million statutes and codes and ordinances on the law books in this country? 10 million. And we only ever needed one, which could be said or stated in one living breath, which is, let us move freely and unmolested upon the surface of this plane, causing no harm, loss, or injury to another living soul. Boom, that's it. That's law. That's universal law. That's natural law. And it's also man's law. Man in the truest sense of the homo luminous, the one that we're becoming. So, escaping the matrix, in a sense, is a nonsense. It's a moot exercise. We only escape the matrix by nesting perfectly into it, by being completely phase coherent with the geometry of the living moment, which is always in the dead center of that so-called matrix. That's your escape, to be fully present in the here and now. That's your escape mechanism. There is no escaping from it. There's no deep space exit strategy. Not possible. It's all about consciousness. It's all about rekindling relationship with Atman, which happens when we place and situate ourselves as the living witness, the I am.
Some very good points right there. In this next clip, animatronics. I swear, They're becoming to look too goddamn real. Check it out. I don't know. I've seen several things like that. And they look fucking real. Makes you wonder. I don't know. Makes you wonder. I know Jurassic Park exists outside the ice wall. So, but if you made it this far, thank you so much. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And as always, I see you later on the next one.